pounder, 10-5, man. What the good Philly sports TV, bro.
Just from the walking Wisconsin, watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas fight.
All right, man. My final and only thoughts on Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. I mean, y'all really don't care about that fight over here in the States. It's gonna be a good one. We'll let you know the time in the United States. If you didn't know, they're charging $70 for the pay-per-view for Fury and Whyte United States, exclusively through ESPN Plus pay-per-view, and per a dollar amount, they're charging us double in the States for this fight, and they charging then they charging UK, they charging them $33. 33, just over $33 our money they charging them for the fight. They charging us over double that, $70 for the fight, because they spent all that money on the purse bid, which Eddie Hearn probably would have got the fight. It would have been $20 on the zone. All right. So I mean, hey, apparently they got a big gate over there with 100,000, over almost 100,000 sold tickets. I think they expanded to 95,000 for 90. But it's going down tomorrow. It says Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte will take place Saturday, April 23rd. The undercard will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Card, with the main card starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ESPN Plus pay-per-view. All right. Fury and Whyte are expected to make their way to the ring around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, depending on how long the undercard fight lasts. So be on the lookout around 5 o'clock at the latest. The first bell probably sound at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right around the latest. I've been watching UK fight cards for a minute now, so the undercards are long and strenuous. They really put the E in the event. So, looking at these fighters, man, no, I didn't do no film study. And I've been stopped doing film study for most of these fights. A few fights I've been doing it, but I just been getting lazy with the film study. If you don't see me go live on Instagram with film study, I just been getting lazy. But then again, I've seen these fighters fight so many times, man. Once you do 2 or 3 predictions, man, it's pretty much the same. Most of these dudes don't change too much. And Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He holds the green belt. And like I said before, man, one draw water, which most people thought he won. 22 KOs. He got almost a 70% knockout ratio, and still people consider him feather-fisted. And he outran his opponents by, outweighed Wilder like around 50 pounds. And he got a slight weight advantage in this one, right around 9 pounds. He came in 264 and three-fourths, and Dillian Whyte came in at 253 and a quarter. All right. Last time he fought was in October 9th in the Wilder trilogy. So, he got around 6 months off. So you're talking about November, December, January, February, March, April. So yeah, he a little bit over 6 months off, because they fought in the beginning of November stuff too. So I mean, so he fairly active. In Dillian Whyte, last time he fought was March 27th, 2021. So he coming off over a year layoff. And then that really wasn't even no good work neither, man. That was a Povetkin who was old and faded, who had got COVID. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? So think about that for a minute. So he really ain't, really getting no rounds in a minute. Last time he been past 5, or at least to the halfway point, he was in a 10-rounder versus Walk, and that was back in 2019. Last time he went 12 was in 2019, July 20th, and that's the fight where he popped hot and didn't say nothing. I'm just using allegedly, right? But you look at Dillian Whyte, 6'4", 78-inch reach, 28, 2 losses, both come by knockout. One was to Anthony Joshua early in their career. The other one was just to Alexander Povetkin a couple years ago. And then he got a 63% knockout ratio. Tyson Fury, obviously 6'9", 85-inch reach. So, he holding what, a 7-inch reach advantage. on the 5-inch reach advantage and height, height advantage, excuse me, which don't really mean nothing if you don't know how to use it. He knows how to use it. And then, he like 13 pounds, lighter almost than the Wilder fight. So, I mean, most people think he gonna go in there to stick and move. Him and Dillian Whyte, they know each other very well. Fury just went 10 with Wilder, 11 with Wilder. And like say what you want to say. He put a lot of rounds in the bank, but that was a tough 10. Because Wilder was hurting him down the stretch, and we know you looking at these fighters and what they bring to the table. Looking on it, Tyson Fury looks to be the more durable fighter. Straight up and down, he looks to be the more durable fighter, bro. And chin, conditioning. I mean, where do Dillian Whyte got advantage at? He said he may be one of the strongest heavyweights ever. But then again, when you don't protect your chin and you ain't got no defense, he should have got an American trainer long ago. That's an issue, And the more and more I kind of follow this fight, he finally get to talk in this fight. You get to learn about how his got split from his mother. He said these people were supposed to be, or his mother sent money, and basically they took the money and didn't take care of him. You know what I'm saying? So you hear a story and how he grew up poor. He said he had to steal fruit to sell fruit. You kind of like, man, I like this guy. I want to root for this guy. From rags to riches. And then he crying about how he had it tough, and he getting at Mauricio Suleiman for not giving him the Wilder fight, whatever. But then again, you just kept ignoring title eliminators. So you found the scenic route to this fight, and then how you took the actual route and you won some fights, you probably would have been better prepared for this fight. You lost your title. You lost your interim title when you lost to Alexander Povetkin. That shit should have been gone then. But we hear, he did every scenic route to get a title instead of actually doing what the WBC said do. Down in Brazil, Luis Ortiz a couple times he charged to fight Derek Chisora, and what's the other dude name? Lucas Brown, instead of fight these dudes for a title eliminator. And in my opinion, you still don't deserve this title shot. You should have did what they said do it, fought who they said fought for that title. But then again, if you win like a little bit over $11 million. If you lose, what do you get, like $5 to $7 million? I think you get like $5 million or whatever like that, or $7 million. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's a unique purse bid. The winner actually gets a little bit more. And Tyson Fury saying this the last time he gonna fight. And cool. Like I said before, why you ain't trying? You talk all that shit about Alexander Usyk. And if Anthony Joshua beat Usyk, then guess what? They go right here. If Anthony Joshua beat Usyk, then he gonna be talking about coming back fighting Joshua. That's if he get past Dillian Whyte. He not trying to see Usyk. He know. Talking about retiring, boy. If you don't get the rest of them belts, had you stay clean before and not have to run away from Klitschko, you would have had all the belts. This dude talking about retiring. He said, after this fight, I'm walking away, said Fury to ESPN. When I walk away, I will never come back. But you talk about how boxing is the only thing that keep you on the right path. Is he talking about retirement to sell this fight, or he doing this to avoid Usyk? He said, I expect Tyson Fury to win by stoppage. I don't believe this guy's on his level. Said, Stephen A. Smith. Come on. So he talking about he walking away. Why? He don't want with us. What CNN says, he don't want to mess with Usyk. If AJ win, he gonna come clean out of retirement. Mark my words. Now him retiring might open something up for Deontay Wilder to come back and make some shake. So it might open something up to make some shake. But just looking at this fight on how I go, like I said before, it's a fight of distance for me, and I think Tyson Fury can win at any distance. He can sit in the pocket with Whyte. He can fight on the inside with Whyte. He can fight on the outside, and he might be better than Dillian Whyte And at the inside, Dillian Whyte only chance is to get on the inside. And the way Dillian Whyte square up, the way he make mistakes and don't bring his hands home, he ain't defensive responsible in his technique. He probably gonna get slept before the 8th, if we being honest. He probably gonna get slept like 7 or 8. He always out of position. His conditioning is trash. His technique is trash. His footwork is trash. You know what I'm saying? His offense is trash. He throw them little body shots with his face wide open. And with Tyson Fury, really he don't have a chance, at any distance, but you know what? He can punch. He can punch. And maybe, he can make something happen or he catch Fury, but he already extend square up versus fighters that's his own height. So what you gonna do when you fight somebody this tall that's gonna control the distance? It's the question. Dillian Whyte 6'4". He fought Povetkin, who about 6'2". Oscar Rivas about what 6'2" too, 6'1.5". So he out here getting knocked down and knocked out and KO'd by equal or shorter heavyweights. And the reason that happens because he don't have no defensive responsibility. That's why Povetkin knocked him out. You just thinking all offense in the UK, that's all they teach is front foot offensive fighting. That's all they teach. At some point, you got to think defense. At some point, you got to think, I got to bring these hands back home. At some point, you got to think that, like, man, I got to bring my hands back home. I got to move my head. And this dude literally blocked shots with his face. And that's why he going to lose. Square up, lunge in. Even when he getting the best of you, if you just throw a lucky shot, you probably going to catch him. Very hittable. If a Fury High can win this fight, if he get injured, he get cut. But we've seen him face adversity before. Really, the best, if he sit there and just go soccer robots with Dillian Whyte, he might lose. But Dillian Whyte ain't nothing special, man. He ain't dangerous. He ain't on Deontay Wilder level. But then again, the biggest question for Tyson Fury is how much he got left in the tank. Did Wilder take something out of him? Now, with people trying to say to diminish him, oh, now Wilder wasn't that good. What about Vladimir Klitschko? He did dismantle Vladimir Klitschko. So they trying to diminish, oh, Wilder never was that. Well, none of these. Dillian Whyte didn't have a best chance in hell to beat Deontay Wilder. Wouldn't have been no rematch if he squared up and got caught like Povetkin caught him. Wouldn't have been no rematch with Wilder. This dude would have had a GoFundMe up for his health. So let's talk about that. Anthony Joshua, he would have got knocked out too. One thing we know, Wilder can take a shot. Anthony Joshua, not so much. He don't have a heart of a fighter. So Tyson Fury was literally the ideal opponent for Deontay Wilder's skill set. And, if he made quick work of Dillian Whyte like I think he do, people need to apologize to Deontay Wilder. Maybe Wilder wasn't that good. Man, Dillian Whyte trash. How can you even call Wilder trash and turn around and put Dillian Whyte on the pedestal? He Euro trash on most nights. Always getting dropped, always getting tired, always squaring up. Don't bring his hands home. And this ain't nothing personal, man. Like I said, I just like this story. You root for a guy like that. But this fight shouldn't go past 8, bro. Let's be real. For Tyson Fury. But the one thing that's working against Tyson Fury, he already retired. Did Deontay Wilder, the trilogy with Deontay Wilder, take something out of him? Is he used to fighting a guy like Wilder now? Because that's the only test that his style ever had with Sugar Hill is that, and like I said before, the number one thing too is that, when you fight guys from your region, they know you and they have sparred together. Tyson Fury knows Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte knows Tyson Fury. And Dillian Whyte said he was pulling him all over the gym, this, that, and the third. Fine, let's see it. But when you fight guys from your own region, it's tend to be tougher fights. Just like Steonis from Batuev. They probably both from Europe. It was a tough fight. That's why, Eastern Europeans for a long time didn't like fighting each other. But like I said before, I think Tyson Fury got every advantage. Maybe Dillian Whyte might be the stronger dude. He might be the bigger puncher. But like I said, it's too many defensive issues there. Too many technical and fundamental issues. You watch him fight, you're like, why he even got a trainer? He just as technically trash as Wilder is. He just shorter. So, like I said, I got Tyson Fury, I'm going to say in 7. 7 or 8. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to say 8. Tyson Fury in 8 and skate. You know, I don't think Dillian Whyte got it. But if he do got a chance, it's because maybe Fury, you know, maybe Fury just got used to fighting Wilder. Maybe Wilder took something out of Fury, or you know what I'm saying? It might just be Dillian Whyte night. But I got Fury in 7. Eighth round knockout. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist. Friday reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App. $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Comment. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all the notifications. Increase your chance get notifications. Other than that, you can find me everywhere by hitting the Linktree link first. Link in the description. Find me everywhere. Hit the Linktree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think. I got Fury and 8 and skate 8 round stoppage. Peace.